Hey guys, if you are looking for new construction in a golf course community right on the course itself, you may want to pay attention to Meadowlands. It's a great subdivision out here in Davidson County with low taxes. And as you can see behind me, that's the 7th green. All these lots right here can be right on the golf course. Get a beautiful day out here today. Mid 50s in January, people out here playing golf. They have just started clearing and putting in the roads, all the infrastructure for these new lots coming out here in Meadowlands. If you're not sure where Meadowlands is, you know, it's right off of Highway 109 south of Winston-Salem, about 15 minutes from downtown. So while we are in Davidson County, it's easy enough to get back into town. So I'm not sure the exact number of lots that are going in here yet because they haven't recorded the plat just yet. Coldwell Banker has the exclusive on marketing rights for homes that are sold here, new construction inside of Meadowlands. So these will be eventually listed by Coldwell Banker agents, but as soon as that information is made public, I'll be sure to share that with you. But these lots right in here, they look like they're being prepped for slab home construction, which with a history of Meadowlands usually is going to be Eisenhower homes that come in here. Eisenhower does a really nice semi-custom product. So they build a quality house, and these are going to be right on the golf course. A lot of their patio homes that they've done in here include, as you might guess, a nice patio out back, a lot of times in stamped concrete or pavers, something of that notion, with a lot of times a built-in fire pit as well. And these are going to be nestled right in between 4th fairways over here, 5th fairways this way, 6th tee box for the par 3s right there. And we were just looking, those gentlemen over there were on the 7th green of the golf course. So this is going to be tucked right in the middle of the golf course. So if you are a golf nut, if you love being around it, if you want to sneak out from your back deck and go play some golf, this might be the place for you. Eisenhower has a great showroom here in Winston-Salem too. So even though, you know, you're going to be locked into, if it is Eisenhower, we're guessing it will probably be Eisenhower Homes. It could be somebody else, but if they're Eisenhower Homes, you've got a great showroom here in Winston-Salem, all the different custom finishes you could want. You'll just have a certain amount of floor plans that you can choose from. So this community, with all the different types of homes you have, you know, the patio homes, the large customs, and different specs as well. It's a fantastic option for a lot of different people, whether you want a lower monthly HOA if you're just within the master association itself, or if you do want all your lawn care taken care of for you. So today we're going to walk you through all the different options you could have, like being in one of the smaller patio home divisions like St. James Place, where they're going to take care of all your exterior maintenance and your lawn care and things like that. Or if you just want to maintain your own house, have a little bit more space in between you and have a larger, more custom home, we're going to take you back to Old Heritage as well and show you some of the larger homes back there. There are a couple lots still for sale, and you can determine if this is maybe an option for you or not. All right, so we're coming up to Meadowlands Drive right now, and you can see these homes are spaced out a little bit more. These homes, most of them were built between 2005 to 2010, depending on, you know, when their builder purchase the lot. This neighborhood, you are not locked into one builder. If you buy a lot, you can bring your own builder. You will need to go ahead and get the plans approved by the HOA, of course. But you can see a lot of variance in the construction and the styles because they are all done, by the most part, by different builders. Now this community is going to weave in and around the golf course throughout. So some homes will be on the course, some like these across the street that we're videoing right now are not. So, you know, pros and cons of being right on the golf course. If you're right on the course, if you're a member, you know, things are getting slower in the evening, you want to knock off and just walk out and play a couple holes. Yeah, if there's nobody out there, go nuts, feel like it, go for it. However, if you're right on the golf course, not every golfer is a professional, and you will have people occasionally pepper your back patio, hit one in your hot tub, something like that. So if you are just moving onto a golf course community for the privacy and you just like the feel of it, keep that in mind, that if you're not going to go walk straight out from your back porch and go play some golf, that if you are on the course itself, you may need to file an insurance claim at some point or another, because there will be an errant tee shot hit at one time or another. Like I mentioned, this is a semi-private golf course, so you can join the club here whether you live in the community or not. You can choose to buy in the community and not join the club. That's completely up to you and whether or not you think you'll take advantage of it. And like I mentioned, the amenities too, you can join separately if you choose to do that as well. If you do join as a golf member, that does not come with a membership to the pool or anything like that. That is just for golf only. The HOA and the golf course are kind of seen as separate entities because the golf course is run for a profit, hence it being semi-private. So you have to keep that in mind, that if just because you join Meadowlands Golf Club doesn't mean that you're going to get access to the pool and everything like that. But as far as golf amenities go, you do have a full driving range here, fully stocked pro shop, a very active tournament schedule. Josh and his staff do a really good job up there in the golf shop. So if you're looking to meet some new people in the area, they do Thursday night. Well, I'm trying to remember if it's Thursday nights or Wednesday nights, but they do a men's league where you can call and get signed up. They'll randomly pair you with somebody and get you out enjoying a round of golf with somebody that you haven't met before or that you see on a weekly basis, one or the other. But if you're moving here from a different area of the country, that might be a good way for you to get out and meet some people, is to come sign up, play in some of the golf events, play in the men's league, get randomly paired up with some people and see if you enjoy it or not. I've always found that for me to be a good way to get to know some guys, is just to get out there on the golf course and have some good conversations. So this is one of my favorite things about the community, is you do have these ponds throughout. This is right over there is the 10th tee box and the clubhouse right behind it. So, you've got the fountain running. It's a nice peaceful area, and we're only 15 to 20 minutes from downtown Winston. So you can get into town and do anything you need to do pretty conveniently, and you get to go ahead and enjoy a setting like this, which is hard to get within the city limits. So let's talk a little bit about home price points within here. That's all going to depend, again, on what type of home you're looking for. Whether you're looking for a large private lot, big custom home, you can spend $700,000-800,000 or more. Back in there on Heritage Drive, you can spend $1 million if you really wanted to. But if you're going to be back in that area, you are looking at more of the $700,000-800,000 home. 1 acre lot back there on Heritage Drive, they're for sale right now, I think anywhere from about $115,000 to $160,000, depending on the characteristics of that lot and which one you're choosing. Now you can still also get into some of the new construction up here with the Eisenhower homes that are on the smaller lots that are not on the golf course. Again, being on the golf course is going to cost you a little bit more money, but that are not on the golf course. Some of these Eisenhower new builds, you can still get in the area of $430,000, $440,000, depending on all the bells and whistles that you put into that home, the amount of square footage, so on and so forth. But, I would say a good budget to really be looking in here, depending on exactly what you're looking for, is going to be $500,000 to $600,000. Most of the homes in here are going to be 4 bedrooms or more. You're looking at upper 2,000s in square footage, right around 3,000 is fairly common. You can certainly go more than that. Some of the patio homes, they really prioritize one level living, but they're going to be smaller. You're going to go ahead and get something in there from, plus or minus 2,000 square feet. But that square footage per foot might be a little bit higher, because the most expensive part of a home as they're developing it is going to be the foundation. And when you go up, you can have more square footage with a smaller foundation. When you're doing things more on one level, you're going to have higher site development costs. Foundation costs a lot of money, so that price per square foot, if you're staying all on one level or primarily on one level with a bonus room up top, your price per square foot is going to be higher. Those are, quite honestly, often over $200 per square foot. So if you're building a 2,000 square foot home, you can expect to spend $450,000 or more, depending on the finishes that you put in there. A good point of reference is I sold one right on St. James Place, right on the 13th green last year. It was about 2,300 square feet, all on one level. And it was a resale home, but it was in pristine condition, about 5 years old. And that one sold for $510,000. But again, that was right on the golf course, so you're paying a premium for that one as well. And it had one of the best views in the community. So it all depends on all these different factors that you're putting into place here. You know, one level, or you're going up. Do you have a basement? Do you not have a basement? How big is your lot? Are you on the golf course or are you not on the golf course? So prices can be a little bit all over the place. Just depends on what you're looking for exactly. All right, guys, so we're back in here in the Inverness Park portion of Meadowlands right now. And as you can see, most of these are being built by Eisenhower Homes. They are slab construction, and current inventory right now listed on MLS has 4 homes in here, 2 that have not yet begun construction, 2 that are actively listed, being at about $442,000 for one option and $470,000 for another option. So that gives you an idea. You know, they're a little bit closer together back in here, but they're not completely on top of each other. You know, you have a little bit of space, but you know, this is still going to be what I would call a lower maintenance area where you don't have to keep up a whole lot of yard for yourself. This section of the neighborhood, again, is Inverness Park. This is not on the golf course. These homes are being built by Eisenhower Homes. Depending on what you put into the home, you can expect to spend somewhere between $425,000 and $475,000. You know, they're all 4-side brick. They are a little bit on the smaller side for lots, but you do have a little bit of space in between you and your neighbors. There actually are a couple of areas within Meadowlands where they do have, you know, adjoining townhomes and things of that nature, but that's fewer and farther between. Most of that you're going to need to get on the resale market. You're not going to see any new construction at the moment with that. So as I mentioned, most of the Eisenhower homes, they are what I would call semi-custom. Like, you can do a build from the ground up with them and get to choose all your finishes for sure, make some modifications to their floor plans, but you are going to need to start from one of their floor plans. This isn't like you're going to come in and design a home from the ground up. That's just not their bread and butter, at least in this neighborhood. Now turning into the St. James portion of the subdivision, and these are going to be your patio homes. These are going to be right on the golf course, so you're going to pay a little bit more for them. You can see that's the 13th tee box right there that we're just going past right now. So to the right of us is the 12th green, and you'll notice these homes are all single family homes, but they are smaller lots. All of the yard maintenance is included for these homes, and it's going to run you about $160 a month for your HOA, plus your $350 to $375 community master association dues per year. So if you average that out, you're in the neighborhood of about $190 per month to have all your lawn care, your pine needles, your pest control, all that stuff is taken care of for you. Well, most of these homes are very, very nicely done on the inside. And like I said, the side that we were just taping backs right up to the golf course. This side that we're going down now backs up to the 12th hole, which that tee box is quite a ways away, and you do have a buffer with the woods. So if you're on the 12th hole, less likely to get clipped with a golf ball on this side of the road. The other side, I have definitely seen it happen. You got to hit it offline a little bit, but it is certainly within the realm of possibilities. But these homes that they are on the golf course are gonna run a little bit higher price per square foot than like we just saw at Inverness Park, even though they're very similar homes. Being that they're on the golf course and they've got that view, that's gonna go ahead and bump up your price just slightly. All right, guys, now we're back in here in the Heritage section of Meadowlands. We're on Old Heritage Road, and these are going to be your larger custom homes, you know, all brick, 3-car garages, going to be more standard back here. There are still a few lots for sale. Like I said, if you buy a lot, you can bring any builder you like. And, you know, home prices in here generally going to be $700,000 and over. A little bit more private. You can see you're spaced out. You're in the back of the neighborhood, so there's really no through traffic. This actually goes to a dead end behind me. And you're overlooking the golf course too on this side. Tough to see from here, but you know, we've got a vacant lot right up here. If you clear out some of these trees, you can see right down to the golf course itself. You know, on this side of the road, the lots are really going to fall away more. That's why most of the homes are built towards the front edge of the lot. You see, like next door, they're not set back too far, because then you drop off in the back to go down to the golf course. So it does provide you with a lot of privacy, knowing that nobody can build behind you. It doesn't lend for big level backyards. You know, if you've got kids or a dog that just like to run and go nuts outside, then, you know, you do have the community playgrounds and things like that to go ahead and let them run around and get their energy out. But you are not going to have the most level backyard because of that. But they are beautiful homes. It's nice and private back here. It's quiet. All you're really going to hear is maybe some construction from other houses going in. Like I said, the lots that are available here right now that are listed are between 115 and 160,000, I believe, at the moment. Some of these are custom that are never going to hit the market, so you won't see what they sold for, you know, just what the lot sold for at one point or another, because you buy the lot and you pay the builder directly. It's not going to go into public record. But this one right over here has got a fully finished basement as well. Poured concrete walls for the basement. Also saw this one go up. It's a beautiful home, looks right over top of the golf course. And that one had to be $1 million plus, just by seeing the construction that was going into it at the time that they were building. You know, if you build back here and you want to spend a little bit of money, you have others that have done the same, so your investment will be protected in that way. But that same pond that we were overlooking, that was right next to the 10th hole, that's right down here. You've got the 14th tee box right down there, going across to the clubhouse through the trees. It's hard to see. And then over through here is the 18th green as well. So lots of different options here within Meadowlands, and it can really fit just about anybody's wish list, depending on what you're looking for. So we started off this video talking about new construction in golf course communities, just like the Meadowlands right here. So I figured, why not end the video right in front of this beautiful custom home? If you enjoyed this, like the video, click the bell for future notifications, and subscribe. We'd love to have you. We appreciate you watching another episode of Driving Triad. If I can ever be a resource for you, give me a call, 336-582-9210, or shoot me an email, joel@sandmanrealtync.com. Take care, have a good day.